Well, hello, numerology lovers, and welcome to your readings at the round table for your monthly numerology for April. And boy, is there a lot going on in April. I have a short amount of notes, but it's impactful. All right, it's a big deal. So, just to let you know, we have a conjunction happening in April that hasn't happened for 14 years. So it's a big deal. I'm going to go into some detail about that. All right, we kick off April. April 1st is the day that Mercury goes retrograde. April Fool's Day is when Mercury goes retrograde. That's ridiculous. I think that is ridiculous. It's double down on some energy. And let me tell you something. The shadow period before Mercury goes retrograde has been no picnic for me. I mean, I'm talking about computer malfunctions. I did not have a computer for 3 days. That was unhappy news for me. Very unhappy because most of what I do is on the computer. So that happened. So much fun. But Mercury going retrograde on April Fool's Day, I feel like is like a little joke to all of us. So just keep on your toes. Then on the 5th, we have Venus moving into Aries. It's not the worst place for Venus. It's not the best place. But the worst place for Venus is actually in Virgo. That'd be my sign. On the 8th, we have a new moon total solar eclipse in Aries, and that's going to hit at 2:21 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is a big deal. You are going to hear me talk more about the new and full moons on your zodiac readings for the month. So, because I do zodiac readings for the new moon and the full moon every month. So make sure you tune into that for more details on that solar eclipse. Then on the 19th, we have, we have the sun moving into Taurus. So we're hitting into Taurus season. Good times. On the 20th, here we go. We have Jupiter conjunct Uranus. Hasn't happened for 14 years. It usually happens about every 14 years. But we feel this energy a month before it happens and a month after. So we're still in that energy. I'm going to go into more detail. Hang on. Stay tuned. On the 22nd, we have Earth Day, which is fantastic. Fantastic day. And we also have Passover beginning at sundown. On the 23rd, we have a full moon in Scorpio that hits its peak at 7:49 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On the 25th, we have Mercury going direct. And whoo, all the angels sing. We have Mercury going direct at 8:54 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm very excited about that. But keep your pants on here because we're still going to be in the shadow period for just a minute. Then we have on the 29th, we have Venus moving into Taurus. Venus rules Taurus, so Venus is very happy being in Taurus. But on the 30th, we have Mars moving into Aries. Now, Mars rules Aries, so this is a happy place for Mars and Venus right here at the end of the month. It's fantastic. Also, on the 30th, we have Passover ending. Now, we're ending the month with 4 planets in Earth: Venus, the Sun, Uranus, and Jupiter. We have 3 planets. Well, we have 2 planets in water, Saturn and Neptune are in Pisces. Then we have 2 planets plus North Node in Aries, which is Mercury and Mars, and North Node, of course. We have Pluto in Aquarius and South Node in Libra. So we essentially have just 1 planet, but we also have South Node in air and 2 planets plus North Node in fire. So that's how we're wrapping up the month with all of our planetary, friends, our concerns here. What I want to talk to you about is this conjunction on the 20th. Again, this happens every 14 years, so the last time this happened was in 2011. The last time it was in Taurus, which it's in Taurus right now, was May of 1941. So what we've got here is we have a chaotic Should we? Yeah, we should say that. We have erratic and chaos with Uranus, and we have our luck with Jupiter. And like, really, it's what we want in life. It's like, you know, our dreams, our goals, not our dreams like Neptune kind of dreams, but it's our goals. So during this time, we really want to release restrictions, be original, expect some surprise opportunities coming your way, maybe even a windfall. Oh, wouldn't that be nice? Yeah. It may make you feel rebellious, so be cautious with that and channel any of that rebellious energy that you're feeling or any of that excitement, you know, towards something. Channel that energy into making your goals happen. That's what you really want to focus on with this conjunction. It is a big deal, and we have been feeling that energy like since, I would say, maybe the 20th or 25th. Because when you look at the chart of the day, or when you look at the chart of like the month before and the month after this conjunction, you can still see that those planets are in play with each other. They're within 3 degrees of each other. And, you know, as they start getting further and further apart, we start feeling the disconnect from that energy. But this is a real interesting time for it to hit its peak on April 20th. So make sure that's what you're doing during this time. And really, again, we're already feeling this energy. So this is a great time for you to channel your rebelliousness, your excitement over things into making your goals happen. And I love that. I really do. I know. And let me tell you, this is a year for it. It's a 44-8 year. I know I've said this till I'm blue in the face, but this is a year for you to strike while the iron is hot. I don't care what your number is, your life path number. This is a year for you to strike. The iron is hot. Go. Do something. If you don't, that's okay. Maybe there's something going on with you this year, or something's happening in your life and you can't make it happen this year. That's okay. 9 more years, another 8 year will roll around. So no worries. But I'm telling you, this is a great year for you to strike while the iron is hot. Love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, this worked out well last time, so I'm going to go ahead and introduce these cards so when I get into your individual reading that you don't have to hear me repeat it. I will be pulling from the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck, one of my favorites, and of course the Healing Oracle Crystal Reading cards by Rachelle Charman. And since we do have a solar eclipse, I'm going to pull one more card from Moonology. Oracle cards. I love them. And I like to pull from them from time to time, and just, it makes sense when we're in like lunar and solar eclipses. It's good. All right, so let's see what we've got for your individual numerology. Hello, Life Path 6. Oh my gosh. Numerology for April. Here we are, already in April. And April for you, Life Path 6, is going to be a 9-month. I think this is a great sign. I really do. Especially with this Uranus-Jupiter conjunction happening, I think this is a wonderful time of like rebirth, because that's what the 9 energy is all about here, Life Path 6. The mantra of the 9 is, I embody the flow of this moment with courage to change. And that's a lot of what goes on in a 9. You know, the numbers that are huge, like game changer times, like whether it's a year or a month, is 5 and 9. And to some degree 3. But really it's 5 and 9, because without the 9, we don't get the 1 energy. We don't get the new beginning. So this is a transitional month for you. There's a lot of transition happening for you. There's a lot of completion and releasing. And it is about rebirth. It's about removing extra things, like things that no longer work for you, whether it's spiritual or physical clutter. It's time to get rid of it and let go. It's a really good time to use your logic when you're cleaning those things out and just saying, you know what? I don't need that living rent-free in my head. I don't need this living rent-free in my closet. It's time to adios it out. Yeah. So this is a lot of pivotal change. It's a pivotal time. And I think that, like, when you start accepting that endings bring about changes that bring in new beginnings, it's a wonderful thing. And I am not going to sing The Circle of Life. I'm not going to start singing because I'm a horrible singer, and that would just make you tune out. It's not a good look. So this is a very philanthropic time. It really is. And I think that this is a great time for a phase change for your life's purpose. It's a bit of a leveling up kind of energy, you know, when you're wanting to move ahead. The lesson of the 9 is to recognize the patterns and let go of them when they are no longer serving our purpose. And, excuse me, and I think that this truly is very powerful. It's a very powerful time. So the shadow effects of a 9 is fear of change, fighting change, being impulsive and moody. And for you, it sort of throws you off your harmony. It can throw you off your harmony because you like balance. You love balance. You love your home. You want to be able to speak your truth. You're very compassionate and generous, like, already. So this is going to throw you off your harmony a little bit if you're feeling fearful of the changes that are happening. So for you, I just want to say, don't embrace the fear. Acknowledge it. Acknowledge it and just say, I get this. I'm a little afraid. I'm hesitant. This is unusual. This is new territory. I'm not accustomed to it. But once you start doing that, once you go, okay, I'm acknowledging the fear, that's when you start moving through things with courage. That's when you start really finding the flow of this moment with courage to change. I love it. I love it. I love it. I want to remind you of your mantra at Life Path 6, which is I am compassionate and generous, inspiring mutual love, respect, and truth. Oh my gosh, this is so awesome. It really is. So as you are a natural teacher, as you are naturally drawn to things that preserve your family, even if it's your family of spirit, this can be a time of transition and change. It can put you a little off kilter, but it's okay. It's going to be great. It has the potential to be great. And I always like to look at the positive aspects of things. Yeah. All right, let's take a look at some of the cards that we have for you this month. The advice cards. I do like this. I mean, you know, it's hard for me because I do fight change sometimes, you know, well, a lot. I fight change because I don't like the unpredictable nature of changes. But sometimes the best things have happened to me, even though I fought the change and I've just been like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? And then good things happen. Like this channel. This channel, for instance, is a big one. Oh, that's awesome. Don't let your past hold you back. The South Node. That's change. And none of us should let our past hold us back. I mean, really, Life Path 6, I was such an asshole in my 20s and a little bit into my 30s, but my teenage years sort of scarred me a bit, and I lashed out at a lot of people in my 20s. I messed up a lot of relationships, but that's okay. We're all healing, right? Ooh, herein, peace. That's an awesome one. Ah. Ooh, petrified wood, ancestors. It's not a bad time to call on your ancestors when you're going through a lot of changes. Yeah. Okay. The first card is herein, peace. There's no need to worry as everything is working out beautifully. Well, I think that's confirmation there. Okay, and South Node from Moonology. Don't let your past hold you back. The South Node, like the North Node, is a karmic point, but it's opposite to the North Node and relates to the past, perhaps even to past lives. Whatever you're going through and whatever you're asking about, there's a chance that age-old programming and conditioning is stopping you from achieving all that you might. Do you feel stuck in something? This card will often come up as a sign that the situation or relationship you're asking about is somehow becoming suffocating or even toxic. It suggests that someone, maybe even you, needs to be released, that there's some kind of addiction going on or an unhealthy attachment that needs to be sorted out. One thing is for sure, when you get this card, you're being challenged to make some changes, even if staying where you are feels easier and safer. Changes. And I have some petrified wood up here. Unless the cats have been playing with it. Oh my gosh. They just destroy. I've just given up on this blackout shade. Like, I just don't think it's going to ever go back to the way it was. But they play with my crystals every time I step away from my desk. Okay. So, petrified wood, ancestors. Petrified wood is formed when a tree crystallizes over thousands of years. This magical crystal assists humanity in connecting to the essence and wisdom of the ancient tree spirits. Wow. When working with this ancient medicine, you will also be guided to connect deeply with your ancestors, receiving love, guidance, and wisdom from the ones who walked before you. Oh, I'm not done. Sorry. This is a strong grounding stone and a strong centering stone. It assists in connecting you with the tree spirits to receive deep wisdom and healing from your ancestors. It awakens the deep knowledge that lies within the blood and bones of your ancestry, and it assists in realizing any old ancestral karma brought down through the bloodline. Wow, that's powerful. So there is a lot to this. There's a lot of releasing. There's a lot of changes coming in, but I think that I think this is wonderful. This is a true time of rebirth for you, Life Path 6. It's good. It can be good. Thank you so much for joining me today. I so appreciate your support on my channel. If you are wanting to know more about the full moon or the new moon, make sure you check out your zodiac readings, because I cover those in detail before my zodiac readings, because the zodiac readings are only done for the new moon and the full moon every month. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful April. And until we see each other again, get out there and make your magic. Bye.